If you thin the forest, if you take care of the forest, it will produce timber that can be used for buildings and also for furniture and other things that we need in our society. We have seen that monocultures of Sitka spruce has some problems. There will be a problem with insects, and also they simply die when they get 40-50 years old. There's no obvious reason why they die. They simply die. Maybe 1 year is 5% dying, and then 2 years after another 5% is dying. As it's from the dominating trees, it's not the small trees dying. Someone says that it might be some problems with damage after storms, when the fine roots are cracked, the water balance in the trees is disrupted, and then they die. So many trees are growing very good in Denmark, but some of them is not going good when they're in monocultures. So mixtures may be the way of making stable, high productive forests for the future.
And we are, you know something about Skovskolen, but now we went into the forest. The forest is not Skovskolen's, it's a private owner, it's a foundation. They got 2,500 hectares, and the main purpose is to get money.
Douglas is a very attractive timber producer because the wood has a good strength, the density is high, and is very, very useful for construction and also for other purposes as playgrounds, for building shelters, and also timber. It is producing very well. It has some disadvantages in the use. It's difficult to get started. It's winter frost, yes, and late spring frost will damage the trees, and also the root system in the use is growing not so fast as the top of the trees. So there is a not equilibrium between the top and the root, and then can be pressed by the wind, so they will be curved, and it's not good for the sawmill to get curved trees. They can't saw around the corners. Normally they are mixed with other species so they can stabilize them in the use, and here at the district they are mixed with Sitka spruce. So the first thinnings they will take out the Sitka spruce, and then Douglas will grow further and be the final crop. And also the Douglas fir is more easy than other trees to regenerate, so it can be used in a more natural system. The Grandis is high producer of timber. It's really a volume producer. And until now, the market has demand volume, big trees, and not quality trees, because when Grandis is growing very, very, very fast, the year rings are wide, and the density of the timber is low, and is not certified for construction. But it's producing a lot, and at the moment there's a good worldwide market for timber. We export in Denmark a lot of our Grandis timber for Asia, and they use it for construction over there. We most use it for pallets and boxes, and it's not certified for construction. The larch, there's one larch, an European larch. There's a risk of the European larch with some cancer, and when you cross it with the Japanese larch, you get resistant against this cancer, and you got high productive tree species. They got this advantage that the growth in the use is very, very fast, and you got wide ear rings with the low density, and the angles of fibers is not good for sawn timber. So hybrid larch produce a lot of trees, but it is not worth making construction of. It's bad quality, exactly. You should never put all your eggs in one basket. There's a risk with all tree species. Some of them can blow off. Some of them, history has been very difficult to sell. So you make different species, so you diversify your risk. Also, there's a question about the deers, because the deers, they browse the Norway spruce and also strip the bark. So they are difficult to cultivate, and also the stability is low when you got this root rot into the stems because of the damage the deers have been done. So some here they are choosing the tree species that is not so attractive for the deers, and also species should be high productive because the aim of this place is to produce timber. There's a different soil type here, where some places where the Sitka spruce is growing very well, there's more wet areas, and on the high ground, the Douglas fir and the Grannis is also producing very well at these sites. So it's a combination of soil type, of the local climate. You've got some cold holes when it's cold in the spring, and take care of the risk. And also to some places when you got the deciduous trees, it's for stabilize the whole forest. Because one of the main issues is in Denmark is that the wind is damaging the forest when there is storms. It is important to have variety in maintenance in the forestry.